Welcome back to Rational Man, and congratulations on your continued dedication to sorting things out. Today we're going to have some fun with a cherished adage that truth is stranger than fiction. Obviously, if you think about it for even a second, this is not true. But also, I'd like to point out that you can torture other people who do believe that truth is stranger than fiction, and we are justified in doing this because obviously they are morons. Let's go ahead and start out by proving my theory, which is that the only people who say truth is stranger than fiction are the ones who cannot tell the difference. Now, let's say somebody tells you this. You go ahead and take them up on it. Say, yeah, really? Whatever they said, add something to it that makes it fictional, but also much stranger than the thing they said. Now, it doesn't have to be Weekly World News strange or anything like that, but it's probably best for comic effect. For example, let's say, no matter what you say, I don't even care what it is, I don't have to know. All I have to say is, and Darth Vader was his father. And that makes whatever you said even stranger. Now let's try this with a couple of typical situations. Let's say Paul Harvey. You probably remember him as the rest of the story guy. Take your typical Paul Harvey story and add those words I just told you, and let's have a look. And that young boy grew up to be Steve Garvey. And Darth Vader was his father. Now you know the rest of the story. And then some. All right. Go on, try it. Go on, maybe Ann Landers, Dear Abby, one of those advice columns. And whatever the story is, add, and Darth Vader was his father to the end of it. For example, let's say, and I can't shake this feeling that somehow he might still be cheating on me. And Darth Vader was his father. Okay, see? Isn't that a little stranger than just cheating on her? I think it is. At any rate, of course, that's a bad example because all those advice columnists, they know damn well those people are lying, or at the very least, they're not telling them the whole truth. So, I mean, they're not true to begin with, so that doesn't really count. Of course, you know, they pretend it is. Oh, they never question it. Oh, yeah. Well, yeah, sure, yeah, that makes sense to me. Okay, well, here's what you should do. Seek professional help. Okay, well, I'd like to see Dr. Phil do one of those. Are you ready to own that? Remember, go out and use this soon, you know, before everyone else knows about it, because once I'm famous or Mencia rips me off, then boom, it's out and everyone knows about it. So this is your opportunity. Be clever, look clever, go out and make dumbasses out of your coworkers or whoever. Remember, this is a power that is not to be misused. Oh wait, yeah it is, never mind, sorry. Alright, let's see, on to the mailbag. The mailbag, first off, return, well, I guess they're all actually repeat offenders. Hi, fat ass. Congratulations. How did you lose all that weight? What kind of drugs are you taking? P.S. Nice wig. All right. First of all, thanks. Thanks for noticing. But I'm not on drugs. I just used the rational method, which is to exercise more and eat better. But not more, just better. Secondly, this is actually my hair. I am growing it. Okay, so anyway, thanks for checking in. And of course, from Geek Club, I'm confused. First you acknowledge that we are right about the dates, and then just went and blew it off. I can't understand, blah, 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 blah. All right. I guess I knew this was coming, but here we go. First of all, as to whether you're right about the dates, no, actually not. And you know, we hashed this all out. We hashed this all out back in Y2K. I'm surprised you don't remember. And since I'm not going to go over this every 10 years, everybody take notes, all right? Well, your basic premise, your basic argument is because the calendar started at year 0, or failed to start at year 0, all our dates start at the end of the year, not at the beginning. So for example, year 1, to year 100, you have to go through the first year of year 100 to the end of it before it's the real next century. Okay, this is a specious argument, and quite simply stated, the calendar did not start at year 0, but it also did not start at year 1. In fact, the matter is, it started at about the year 750 something, okay? Not on our calendar. Our calendar is the Gregorian calendar, for those of you who haven't been keeping up. The calendar that they were using when the Gregorian calendar took over was the AUC. So here we are, and we started, by the way, in the 1500s. So 1500 years after the fact, they started the calendar, and it's stupid to, say, well, was it year 1 or year 0? And of course, to make it worse, there are those of you who contend that even at that, they miscalculated by 4 years. So that would make the centuries, decades, millennia all start either plus or minus, I can't remember which, 5 or 4 years. That's quite a spread, and everyone who could have possibly cared about it has died, 2,000 years ago, or more, hopefully. Well, okay, 1,500 years, whatever. Doesn't matter. The point is that your argument has no merit, which I already brought up back in 2000, 1999 to be more accurate. Anyway, but I'm not here to praise bullshit, but to bury it. And in fact, I think I should point out that all time, dates included, is by consensus, simply agreement. And this is because we have never been able to nail time down. We're not even sure that it's real. We can only measure time by events. Time may, in fact, exist completely outside of anything that we can measure. In fact, obviously it does if it exists at all. So, essentially, if we all agree that it's 8 o'clock, we're good. Now, the people in the time zone next to us might say it's 7 o'clock. The people in the time zone on the other side will probably say it's like 9 o'clock unless they're on daylight savings time, which just proves, by the way, that time is in fact fake, because we couldn't have daylight savings time without just admitting that we just made it up. When we go to daylight savings time, does the sun jump in the sky? Do the stars go backwards and forwards? No. No, they don't. It's all by agreement. If everyone says, okay, this is Friday, it will be. If everyone says, let's celebrate New Year's on April 1st, they will. It'll be New Year's. As like Chinese New Year's right now, or the one in Ukraine. They're all, different, And Christmas itself, of course, is sometime in January in east of the Urals, and of course it's not even in winter. Everyone knows that originally Christ was born, I think, in the spring or something. Doesn't matter, right? Because we agreed that we're going to celebrate it here. Fine, do it. Not a problem. And by the way, the thing about April 1st that was... Anyway, look up the origin April Fool's Day. You'll all become clear. Send those in. Send your comments, questions, videos, jingles, whatever you happen to have. Ask at rationalmanshow.com. And we will see you next time. Thanks for tuning in.